እንጀምራለን። አንድ ጊዜ ጥታ በዛሬው ዕለት የደረሰውን አደጋ በተመለከተ የኢትዮጵያ አየር መንገድ ዋና ስራ አስፈጻሚ አቶ ተወልደ ገብረማርያም አሁን መግለጫ ይሰጣሉ። በመጀመሪያ በአማርኛ ቋንቋ ሲሆን ቀጥሎ በእንግሊዝኛ ቋንቋ ይሆናል።
እንደምን ዋላችሁ። ዛሬ ሁላችሁም እንደሰማችሁ በጣም እጅግ አሳዛኝ ነው። ሁላችንም በተለይም ደግሞ መንገደኞቻችን በፍላይት ቁጥር 302 ከአዲስ አበባ ተሳፍሮ ተነስቶ ወደ ኬንያ ይበር የነበረው አውሮፕላናችን አደጋ ደርሶበታል። ጠዋት ከአዲስ አበባ ወደ ኤርፖርት ሲነሳ በኢትዮጵያ አቆጣጠር 2 ሰዓት ከ38 ደቂቃ ነበረ። በረራ ላይ ያለ ልክ 2 ሰዓት ከ44 ደቂቃ ሲሆነው ችግር አጋጠመው እና ከራዳር ውጭ ሆነ እና አደጋ አጋጥሞታል። ቅድም እንዳልኩት ልባችን የተሰበረበት ቀን ነው። ለመንገደኞቻችን በሙሉ፣ ለክሮቻችን ቤተሰቦች፣ ወዳጆች እና ዘመዶች መጽናናትን እንመኛለን። የምንችለውን እናደርጋለን። አሁን የመጣሁት ከአደጋው ካጋጠመበት ቦታ ነው። አውሮፕላኑ ባለፈው ዓመት ኖቬምበር 15 2018 ነው የተረከብነው። አዲስ አውሮፕላን ነው። 4 ወር ነው። ወደ 1200 ሰዓት አካባቢ በረራል። በበረራ ላይ ነበር። ዛሬ ጠዋት ከጆሃንስበርግ ሳውዝ አፍሪካ ነው የመጣው። ምንም ችግር ያልነበረው አውሮፕላን ነው። ቅድም እንዳልኩትም አዲስ ነው እና 149 መንገደኞች እና 8 ክሩ አሳፍሮ ነበር የሚበረው። ካፕቴን ያሬድ ሙልጌታ ይባላል። በትውልድ ኢትዮጵያዊና ኬንያዊ ነው። አብራሪ ሲኒየር ፓይለት ነው። በኢትዮጵያ አየር መንገድ ከጁላይ 2010 እንደ አውሮፓውያን አቆጣጠር ጀምሮ በኢትዮጵያ አየር መንገድ በጥሩ በረራ ሪከርድ ሲያገለግል የቆየ ባልደረባችን ነው። ብዙ ሰዓታት በረዋል። በዚህ አውሮፕላን ደግሞ ከኖቬምበር 2017 ዓመተ ምህረት ጀምሮ እየበረረ ነበረ። አውሮፕላኑ ቦይንግ የሰራ አውሮፕላን ነው። 737-8 ማክስ አዳዲሶቹ ናቸው። በአራተኛ ደረጃ የተቀበልነው ነው። ፈርስት ኦፊሰሩ ረዳት አብራሪ አህመድ ኑር መሐመድ ኑር ይባላል። እሱም ኢትዮጵያ አየር መንገድ ባልደረባ ነው። ከ200 ሰዓት በላይ በረዋል። አውሮፕላኑ ከተረከብነው በኋላ የመጀመሪያ ቼክ ሜንተናንስ ፌብሩዋሪ 4 2019 ተደርጓል እና ንጹህ አውሮፕላን ነው እና በድጋሚ ለውድ መንገደኞቻችን ህይወት መጥፋት እጅግ በጣም አዝነናል። ከፍተኛ ሐዘን የተሰማን ይገኛል እና በድጋሚ ለዘመዶቻቸው፣ ወንድሞቻቸው፣ ቤተሰቦቻቸው እና ወዳጆቻቸው ከምን እግዚአብሔር መጽናናት እንመኛለን። Good afternoon. Today is a very sad and tragic day for all of us, Ethiopian Airlines, and for our passengers who are on board Ethiopian Airlines flight ET302, flying, departing from Addis on its way to Nairobi. It took off from Bode Airport at 8:38 a.m. local time, and while it was in flight, at around 8:44, it had difficulties and it was lost from radar, it was disappeared. And I just came from the site where the accident took place. It is Boeing manufactured Boeing 737-8 MAX, brand new airplane, which we took delivery last year, end of last year, November 15, 2018. It has flown more than 1,200 hours. It's a very clean airplane. It just came this morning from Johannesburg on a flight ET858 and arrived in Addis with no remark, and it was dispatched with no remark. The captain in command, his name is Captain Yared Mulgeta. He was employed with Ethiopian Airlines since July 2010. And he has been a captain on the 737 since November 2017. He's a senior pilot, more than 8,000 hours. He's half Kenyan and half Ethiopian. He has been flying with Ethiopian Airlines with excellent flying record. There were 149 we are deeply saddened again, and we express our deepest sympathies and condolences to the families, friends, and relatives of our bereaved passengers. Thank you very much. Just to give you a list of the passengers, 32 passengers are Kenyan nationals, and 18 passengers are Canadian citizens, 9 passengers are Ethiopian citizens, 8 passengers are Italian citizens, 8 passengers are Chinese citizens, and there were 8 American citizens, 7 British citizens, 7 French citizens, 6 Egyptians, 5 from Netherlands, Dutch citizens, 4 of them with a UN passport, 4 Indian citizens, 4 Slovakian citizens, 3 Austrian citizens, 3 Swedish citizens, and 3 Russian citizens, 2 Moroccan citizens, 2 Spanish citizens, and 2 Polish citizens, 2 Israeli citizens, 1 Belgian citizen, 1 Indonesian citizen, 1 Ugandan citizen, and 1 Yemeni citizen, 1 Sudanese, 1 Serbian, 1 Togolese, 1 Mozambican, 1 Rwandan, 1 Somalian, 1 Norwegian, 1 Djiboutian, and one Irish and one Saudi national. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Elias from the Associated Press. Have you so far determined the cause for the accident? Is it a technical problem or you have identified other problems?
No, as it is fresh incident, accident now, we have not been able to determine the cause. As I said, it is a brand new airplane with no technical remarks, flown by senior pilots, and there is no cause that we cannot attribute at this time. But as you know, it is international practice that international investigators, Ethiopian civil aviation investigators, and also from the aircraft manufacturer from the US, the NTC, will be participating in the investigation.
Adra Ahmed, freelance journalist reporting for the New York Times. Can you confirm that among the passengers on the crashed plane were the UN staff and diplomats on their way to the UN Environment Assembly to Kenya?
The purpose of travel is not indicated on airline documents, as you know, but I can see that there are 4 with UN passports.
You were on the crash scene. How can you describe it? I mean, was it like a landing attempt or was it just a crash? How does it look now?
It is mainland, and the airplane is now right inside the ground. So it is not possible to identify whether it was a landing or.
And there was fire on the plane also?
By the time we reached there, there was smoke, small smoke.
First off, I would like to thank the PT senior management team to quickly respond to the media and disclose what has happened this morning. We are all saddened. I heard it, 20 minutes ago, and I changed my plan to come and, hear what really happened. As you mentioned, you said this plane came from Johannesburg this morning, and then it also departed this morning to Nairobi at 8:38 a.m. Can you tell us at what time the plane landed, and then back into the plane, and then how many minutes of checking has the airline spent on this plane? That's one question. And following to that, we know that the airline has been growing very big, and the public, actually, from the quick responses that we got from the public wants to know that, if the expansion of the airline has anything to do with the quality of the check or the investigation that you've done prior to sending this plane to Nairobi. Thank you. I'm from ISAC, Sabata.
Thank you very much. The Johannesburg flight arrived early morning. The schedule is around 6 o'clock. We'll give you the exact time. But there was more than close to about 3 hours ground time. So more than enough time in the airline industry. Ground time practice. As I said, the airplane is a brand new airplane with no maintenance remark. So it was a clean airplane. So at this stage, we cannot determine the cause of the accident. But from the records that we have, it is a clean airplane. It is a brand new airplane. We received it as a brand new airplane from Boeing on November 15, 2017. So it's about less than 4 months old. 2018, November 15, 2018 to be exact. So there is no problem on the technical side because it was clear airplane flown to Johannesburg yesterday, came back, and the routine maintenance check didn't reveal any problem. So I confirmed that it was a clean airplane. The growth of the airline has nothing to do, as I explained to you right now, because it's a brand new airplane, well maintained, and it has no relation with it.
Thank you. Omar Radi, Spanish News Agency. You mentioned 4 of the passengers were on UN passports. Can you indicate the nationalities of those UN
Since they
passports?
have the UN passport, they always register UN passport.
Thank you. Did the captain make a distress call before the crash? That's my
Yes.
first question. My second question is, a similar aircraft had a similar accident in Indonesia a few months back with the Lion Air. And there were some aviation experts who claimed that the aircraft has, MAX aircraft has fault with flight software.
From the air traffic controller's record, the pilot mentioned that he had difficulty and he wants to return. So he was given clearance, but
To Addis,
to Addis.
not to Bishop,
Huh?
not to the Air Force,
No, to Addis.
to Addis. And he was given clearance.
Yes, and as far as the relation with the Indonesian accident, we cannot, as I said, of course they are the same 737-8 MAX airplanes, and they are also both the same new, but we will have to leave this for investigation.
Do you have many other 737-8 MAX aircraft currently flying for Ethiopian Airlines?
Yes.
And are there any plans to take another look at them?
Well, as I said, we don't know the exact cause or probable cause as at this time. So the airplanes have been flying all over the world with many airlines. So we will have to wait for the investigation.
And how many are currently in service with the airline?
6.
You mentioned, sir, that the
My name is Zengoto from Zambia. I just wanted to find out, because you've mentioned that the plane had not taken before. Are you able to also rule out some kind of sabotage from what happened? Because if you're saying the plane was new, it was checked, it had no technical fault, then maybe, would you say maybe there was some kind of sabotage? And then the other thing I wanted to ask is, what assurance then you have for passengers who are getting on other Ethiopian airlines?
As you know, Ethiopian Airlines is one of the safest airlines in the world. At this stage, we cannot rule out anything. We cannot also attribute the cause to anything, because we will have to comply with the international regulation to wait for the investigation to reveal the cause of the accident.
you mentioned the pilot requested to return and he was given clearance. So can we say the crash happened while he was back to Addis or on the same route?
We cannot determine that, because we can only know the coordinates where he had difficulty. And as I said, it was a very short period of time. He took off at 8:38, and the accident, the aircraft was lost from radar at 8:44.
How far was the aircraft from the Air Force site, the Ethiopian Air Force?
It is a place called Hejeri, and it is between Bishoftu and Mojo.
Thank you. What are you doing to the families of the victims? Are you trying to give some kind of support? For example, we have seen some of them around the international list.
What we are doing is we have an emergency center in Nairobi, the destination of the airplane. We have also an emergency center here at the airport enterprise because we have a large space there. So we are taking care of the families and we are supporting them during this difficult time for all of us.
I am Tito from Indonesian French journalist. When will you publish the details of the passengers since one of the passengers is Indonesian citizen?
We will follow the international regulations to disclose the details because, as I told you, we have to comply with the international regulation, international standard. So we are following that procedure.
If we really don't know what caused it, can we know what might have caused it? Is there a set of points?
It will be speculation at this stage. So I think it is to the best interest of all stakeholders to remain without any speculation because speculations are not good. So we will have to wait for the investigation.
To more detail about the information of the victim, is it the embassy should come to you to ask the detail, or you will send it to the embassy?
We are dealing with each embassy.
Dealing with the embassy from Ethiopian Airlines?
Yes.
Excuse me. How long will it take to investigate?
It will be difficult because, as I told you, it's not only in our hands. There is international regulation. So the aircraft manufacturer will be involved, the Ethiopian Civil Aviation, and also the Ethiopian Civil Aviation again, because the country of occurrence is also Ethiopia. So we will support fully support the investigation and to cooperate to make it successful as quickly as possible.
እናመሰግናለን። ጥያቄውን አቅርቧል። ሌሎች መረጃዎች በዌብሳይት ተከታተሉ።
So did you say the NTSB was involved?
Will be involved because the airplane is